Okay people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight I am looking at the Target exclusive Star Wars The Black Series 2-pack with Poe and the Riot Control Stormtrooper. Now like I said, this is exclusive to Target. My Target is weird with their action figures, but for the first time ever I got an employee to go in the back and get this out. I had the the DCPI number or whatever it's called. Asked an employee, he went back, he came back with this. I've tried that with Marvel Legends. They come back, say they can't find it, that kind of thing. And I understand. They're working. They don't know where everything is in the back. So, pretty cool. But that led to another problem of as soon as he brought it out, I noticed, and I don't know, it'll be easier to see out of the package, but right here on the eye, the black isn't painted all the way down. There's like a splotch of white where the white is showing through. But I wasn't going to push my luck and ask for another. Hey, can you go back in the back again and get me a different one? This one's not good enough. I left it at that. I thought it's gloss black paint. I'll just paint it myself. Another good thing about this pack, if you can't find another single-carded Stormtrooper, here's a second one. And with the Amazon 4-pack coming, that's 3. I have the model kit coming at the end of this month, first of next month. That's 4. And then the SH Figure Arts. So that's 5. Without buying a double, I'll end up with like a small army of 5. Or a squad. I should call it a squad. So yeah, I'm going to break this open and let's see what's going on here. And there you go. But right out of the package, I have a couple problems here. The damn action poses in the package have warped the legs. You can see on Poe, he's got a kick in at the knee from where it was bent in the package and twisted. The Stormtrooper is even worse. He's got the kick in on the left leg and kind of a kick in on the right. I could live with the right, but the left is just terrible. That's just bow-legged as hell. The other problem I have with the Stormtrooper, the shield strap has slipped above the forearm armor. So it's stuck on. So I'm going to have to see what I can do about that, because I like the shield being on, but I want to be able to take it off. Also, the way it was posed in the package, it's pulled where the strap's attached to the shield. It's pulled it off the glue. The problem here, the strap's going right across the elbow, and you can't get any bend out of it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to heat them up, see if I can straighten out the legs, and try to get that strap down below, or well, completely off really, and see what I can do there. Much better. I just heated up the limbs a little bit, held them straight, let them cool off, and fairly straight. Actually, that's not bad at all. I may have warped the shield a little bit with the heat. I'm not quite sure if it was like that before, but these became really soft whenever I heated them up, and when I did, it just pressed right back into the shield. It wasn't glued or anything. It's just like when it cooled off, it became stiff again and just kind of lodged itself in between these two pegs. So it stays in there fairly well. Also, you can see the lens right here, what I was talking about in the package. It's just not painted all the way. But again, that's an easy fix. I'm not worried about that. I'm just happy to have another trooper. But the trooper itself, it's pretty much, well, it's exactly like the single-carded Stormtrooper. So there's not a lot to go over here. It's just more of the same. It's more of an added accessory deal here. We already went over the shield. Now with the shield, when this cooled off and hardened back up, it's kind of hard to get his hand back into it. You got to kind of work it in there. Well, I can't seem to get it back on now that it's fully cooled. I'm going to heat this back up. Just make it soft a little bit and try to see if I can get that out of there and then get it on his arm. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of heat to soften these up. Pretty much the straps or the hand, it just goes soft almost instantly when you put a heat gun on it. But what I did, strap around the forearm, I put the other strap in his hand. That way I have some posability, but it stays secure on the figure. I wasn't able to straighten this out. This is a harder plastic, so I wish I could remember if it was like that, but it'll work. It's a shield. He also comes with this baton. I like it. It's just weird. I'm not sure what it's supposed to do. I think I've seen this same weapon splayed out. There's red dashes here, so I don't know if that's energy or if that's just a, you know, a deco, but it fits the overall scheme. It's black and white. It's got a silver handle. It had it holding like this. It doesn't want to stay really secure there. And then for the other two weapons, he comes with the same pistol and blaster as the single carded release. He's able to hold them well, and then, you know, the pistol goes here in the slot on the side of his leg. So everything's secure on him except for the baton. I wish there was a place for that too. Now for Poe, he's really well sculpted again, like the single carded in the flight suit. Lots of wrinkles, just lots of detail. There's not as much paint. It's almost like his knees right here are lighter green though. I don't know, did I discolor those? No, I didn't even hit this with heat on this side. Everything's just really well sculpted. For articulation, he's got the neck. There's a ball on a hinge up at the top, so he can get down, he can get up. He can get a little bit of side to side, not very much though, and it doesn't want to stay. It just moves back into neutral position. And then of course, swivel. He has hinge and swivel at the shoulder. He goes out a little past 90 and then swivels around. He has hinge and swivel at the elbow. He gets not quite 90 and then swivels. Hinge and swivel at the wrist, back and forward. There is an ab joint, but it does not move much at all. You can get swivel out of it. And there is movement side to side and a little bit forward and back, but like the neck, it wants to just move back to where it is. It's sculpted to fit, and it's nearly seamless, but that's at the cost of actual movement. The wrinkles all get in the way there. The hips are hinge and swivel, hinge out about this far, and then forward and back. There's a swivel at the thigh. There's double knees all the way back. There's a hinge at the ankle. Good back. Not a lot of forward. And then forward facing peg for rocker. For accessories, Poe comes with a rifle. There's not a lot of color here. It's casting gray. This one's kind of warped. There is kind of like a rust brush right here. But it's just in the middle, just right here, and the handle. The ends are just flat gray. I don't know if it missed that in production, and I don't think we've gotten this rifle yet. And then he comes with a white helmet. Now this is like the single release, just painted in blue and white instead of black and red. I haven't seen this one in any of the trailers. I've seen the black one. So maybe he changes helmets later on. And it's not quite the same sculpt. This one has a mic or some kind of mouthpiece right here that sticks out. This one doesn't have that. An odd thing to make a whole new sculpt for, but I appreciate it. I mean, it's not bad. The helmet goes on pretty good. There's just a lot in the back that's open, and I'm not quite sure if that's accurate. Comparing the two Poes that we have, you can see that they're about the same size. I can get behind the flight suit being a little bit bulky, a little bit baggy. So the extra bulk on the single carded release figure, I'm okay with. But the shoulders line up, the top of the head lines up. I'm good with that. The big thing is the head sculpts. I am pretty sure, 99% sure, that this is the same sculpt for the head on both figures. But the paint makes a huge difference here. Whereas the single release kind of has a De Niro look going on. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? The paint on this one just makes for a younger looking Poe. He has the same kind of 5 o'clock shadow going on. It's very subtle. But on the 2-pack, the hairline, they missed. The black comes down onto the forehead right here, and you lose this kind of wisp of hair right here. On the single release, it's painted up and in, so you can see the hairline better. But I think I prefer the 2-pack. It's just younger looking, more in line with the rest of the figures. Goes to show how much of a difference paint can make. Now, here's Poe with Finn. And they could have easily reused parts here, even if it was just the jacket and the sleeve arms, but they didn't. The Poe is a completely new sculpt. And I like that. That's a little extra effort on Hasbro's part. just giving us, you know, an individual figure. I can see this being reused later for, I can't even remember what they're called, but the Resistance Fighters or whatever it is. So at the end of the day, I'm happy I picked up this set. It gives us another army builder with some different accessories. And it gives us another Poe in case you don't care for the flight suit look. Options are good. But $40, $39 something I think is what I paid for this. That's not bad at all. The standard black series is $20 a piece. You get two of them, that's $40. I'm good with that. Without seeing the new movie, I can't really wish list other 2-packs that I would like to see, especially if they're going to stick with The Force Awakens. Of course, you know, I could name off 50 classic trilogy 2-packs that I'd like to see. But with the new movie, I'm sure they're going to stick with that for a little while. I couldn't even tell you. I mean, maybe C-3PO and R2-D2. C-3PO with the red arm and a re-release of, well, that would be our first C-3PO, wouldn't it? And then R2 seems to be higher on the aftermarket, so people seem to be wanting an R2. And that would be a perfect way to get him out again. That would also be giving us C-3PO in the Force Awakens line first. That way they can re-release him later in the regular line as a classic C-3PO. Win-win for everybody. So if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. Yeah, it's kind of heavy and solid. There's a little back and forth here, but that's only because, you know, these outer pieces are separate pieces. They do snap in securely, and I have no clue what I'm going to do with this thing.